It's pretty brazen to storm into a place controlled by a gangster with one of your good friends on a chain leash, and then use an explosive device to threaten him. What if Jabba called her bluff? What was the plan if Jabba was like, I don't believe you? Throw it in his mouth? Probably throw it in his mouth. That would have stopped it. Yeah, that's the best they had. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. Today we are going to be painting Boushh. I don't know. I think growing up we always said Boushh, but now I hear people saying Boushh all the time. There's actually one YouTube channel that they say Boushh like that. It drives me nuts. So anyway, I know that I'm going to say Boushh a whole bunch, so if it's Boushh, I apologize. This is rambling. It doesn't matter. I'm saying Boushh. No. God! Boushh! I'm saying Boushh! Ferme la Boushh! That's what I'm saying. Anyways, let's do it. Just a note for filming, I did film some of these before I started using a dark primer, so I honestly think that if I were to redo this, I would definitely use a darker primer, but I started with white, so just so you know. I've switched over to using dark primers for certain characters, so anyway, this one's white. So like I said, we started with a spray of white all over here, and the first color we're going to use is khaki, and this is going all over her boots and tunic, and also her cloak that she has swinging around there. So this is like a pretty main color that's going over a lot of the miniature. So her tunic or cloak or boots, it's basically the main thing we're using. Next, I'm going to take some Parasite Brown here. This is going to go on her pants and also the sleeves of her shirt and her midriff as well. Next, we're taking some Beastie Brown, and this is going on her armor panels, the spot in between her armor panels, and also the top part of her helmet. Next, we're taking some somber gray here, and this is going on her belt and straps that she has. Next, we're taking some filthy brown, and this is going to go on the lower part of her helmet. So this is like a really particular color, and this was the closest thing I had to it. But I do really like this color. I love actually the design of this costume. It's always been one of my favorites. It's also going on her fingertips. We're going to take some Aggros Dune and we're going to thin that down with some speed paint medium, and we're going to use this as a wash over the entire miniature. Yeah, it's all brown or grays, so we can use a brown wash on pretty much the entire thing. Next, we're going to head over to our khaki, and we're just going to start layering up all that khaki that we've done. So every place we put the khaki in our base coating process, we're just bringing everything up now. So we're leaving that Aggros Dune in the recesses, and just, yeah, all those raised areas, get on it with the khaki. Next, we're going to take some vampiric flesh here. We're going to add that into our khaki, and we're going to do another layer up. So again, we're bringing up all our colors. We're staying away from the recesses, and we're just going to find where we put that last layer of khaki and put on a little bit less of this new color. And we'll add some more vampiric flesh, and we'll do another layer up. Just bringing it up, adding height to our colors, I guess. We're bringing up the colors and boosting the contrast. There's a part in the novelization for Return of the Jedi, that I wish it's in the movie. It's in the movie, but it's what Han thinks because he can't see. So when Leia frees him from the carbon freezing, he eventually touches the face of the helmet, and right at the front of the helmet, it's got like a line down the center on that metal spot, and he touches it and feels it, and he immediately thinks that it's Boba Fett. And that's why he backs up. But that it happens in the movie, but you don't understand why he feels that way, other than he doesn't know that that's weird. But in the novelization, it's because he feels that and thinks that it's Boba Fett. I don't know. It's a little piece of Star Wars lore that I've always remembered. I read that book like when I was a kid, and I love that. Anyway, I love Star Wars stuff. Next, we're going with that filthy brown, and it's going, yep, all over the original filthy brown. So, obviously, the wash, like I said, darkened everything down. So, we're just bringing up that original color. And we're doing that basically for everything now. We're going to use our original base color, bring it up. That's the whole point of painting with washes. You do your base, you do your wash, then you use your original color to bring back up that color. And we add in a little bit of pale sand, and we do another layer up on all that filthy brown. So we're just bringing up our colors. It's the same thing we do on pretty much every video. These aren't really painting videos. They're more color guides, I guess. But, yep, we're just bringing everything up. And we add in some more of that pale sand and just keep doing it and going through. And we're taking our beastie brown and we're going up and bringing that color back up. So again, this is all we have to do to really get some nice contrast and some good colors on there. And we add in a little bit of leather brown and do another layer up on all that beastie brown. So we've just added that lighter color and lightened up our beastie brown. Next, we're going to take our Parasite Brown, and yep, you guessed it, we're doing the same thing. So, it is a lot of browns, but, I don't know what it is, like, there's so many Star Wars characters you paint a lot of browns, but this one is really cool, the design of the costume. And we're going to add some pale sand into that Parasite Brown, and we're doing another layer up. So, just like we've been doing, you just go through, take your time, enjoy the process of seeing the miniature start popping out at you. Because like before, you had your base coats on, you had your wash, it makes it look good. But now everything's kind of coming out, popping out, we're getting that depth, it's really starting to come alive. And I add in a little bit more pale sand, and we're just going to do another one, even thinner highlight up on all of that Parasite Brown. And same thing with the somber gray. We got to bring those straps and that belt back up. Just go through, try to hit some of the raised areas as best as you can. Like, it's a little bit harder on a smaller area, but that's how you kind of learn your brush control and like how you can get in and do details. And now we've got pale sand on the palette already, so we can now start using that to bring up some of this somber gray. So the same way we just did everything else, we're just bringing up those colors and hopefully just hitting the raised upper areas here. So like with these highlights, we're just hitting the highest points that we can. And then we're going to kind of do it almost like an extreme sort of glint added on this belt. So to maybe kind of sell it that it's a little bit more shiny leather and not so dull as the rest of it. But yeah. It's a fun process once you get into the mindset of just going through and bringing up your layers. It kind of makes you zone out. Next, we're going to take some black metal here. This is going to go all over the front part of her helmet. It's going to go all over the staff that she has and all over the tank on the back as well. So this is a really dark like silvery metal color. Oh, we also put it on these little spots on her boot as well. Black metal is great. Scale 75 does really good metallics. And we're going to take some silver here, and we're going to put this on the thermal detonator she's holding. I had a really hard time deciding whether I was going to put that pistol in her hand or the thermal detonator, and I don't really magnetize miniatures. I'm not very good at it, and I don't really like it. I'd rather just be like, I painted it, it's done. I don't want to fiddle with it anymore. Yeah, if I could buy this miniature single, I would, just to get the one with the gun in the hand, because it was a really cool thing. It's just like, this is so much more iconic for Star Wars that I picked the thermal detonator. Once that's dried, we're going to take some deep red. We're just going to dot in that tiny little spot on there, and she is done. And here she is, all finished up. I'm really happy with how she turned out. It's a very cool miniature, very cool pose, but that design is so awesome that I don't really think they could make a bad miniature of this, for me anyway. I'm not sure where the footage went, but I took some Gravelord Grey, Army Paint or Speed Paint, and I washed all the metallic that I just did. So I'm not sure where that went, but yeah, it's not there, so I thought I'd tell you about it. So what do you guys think? Did you paint yours? Did you pick up this pack? How are you going to do yours? Let me know in the comments below. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys have a great day. UB's Bounty Hunter Boushh. UB's Bounty Hunter Boushh. See? This is just a mouthful of stuff going on there. That's a Boushh full. It's a Boushh full of French stuff.